It's a new day, everyone. The day after the incident.
This is your morning report on ongoing events. As of last night, the Imperial government has declared martial law by order of Crown Prince Cedric. A military command center has been established, and Governor General Rufus has been appointed as its interim representative. Further, as of this morning, railway access has been severely restricted, not only in Heimdall, but throughout all of Erebonia.
Extra. His Majesty has been shot by a military student with an unknown background. Is this sabotage from a foreign country? Was it one of those Thors students? Foreign country? It could only be.
We are currently using every resource at our disposal to determine the suspect's background. We will share this information with all of you the moment we are certain, so I ask that you wait for now, and above all, stay strong. I understand your anger, your sorrow, and your fear, and feel them just as keenly, if not more. And so I pledge to you, we will uncover the truth of this incident.
That's exactly what I suspected we were going to do. Take full advantage of the situation. It's one of those things where it's like, yeah, I can make theories and figure certain things like this out, but then, again, seeing it play out, it's quite different. Quite different.
This is the morning news broadcast for Trista. We're told the Emperor's current status is still critical. At this point, it's hard to determine whether or not he'll be able to recover. We now have a message from Prince Olivert to share with you.
The Emperor has yet to regain consciousness. We cannot yet let our guards down. Do not become lost in rumors and hearsay. Remain steadfast and support one another through this dark time. Have faith that the light of hope will yet show itself and illuminate the path ahead.
Is that strange heartbreaking thing of like seeing the festival come to an end in such a way. How awful. Here the Empress and Princess Alphen are still unconscious. Oh, Goddess, please guide us. I really want to read that last black record that we found. It's gonna mention the things happening here, isn't it? We really need that meeting with Thomas.
I never thought Ash would... We had our differences at first, but he wasn't a bad person.
I still don't think he is. I still think it's this curse thing.
After everything we overcame together, we grew to understand each other. And I know now there is absolutely no way he's the kind of person who would commit such an atrocity.
I agree. He was definitely a troublemaking punk, but he wasn't selfish or irresponsible. And despite his lone wolf tough guy act, he'd always help us when we needed him. But looking back, something may have been a little off about him.
It was quite the surprise to hear he was from Hamel. Tita, you knew someone else who was born there, right?
Yeah, I didn't know there was another survivor. He's in Liberl right now. I'd like to contact him if possible.
Unfortunately, we can't use the communication network, and we're not allowed to board Panzer's soldats.
It's going to be fascinating going to Trails in the Sky knowing this, as a result of the same incident.
To be honest, I'm beginning to worry about Altina, too.
Yeah. Maybe we should have stopped her from going.
Rean?
You gotta stop standing like that, it's kind of weird.
Never thought that kid could have done something like that. It's my fault. Even though he seemed like he was tough, I always knew he was a bit unstable too. I should have done something about it after our trip to Hamel. But I kept getting sidetracked by other problems. I failed him as his instructor.
No.
That's not true, Rean. This is my first time being an instructor, and I'm still a total half-ass. Towa's new here too. You can't just expect to be perfect at it after only a few months.
And that's not the issue at all, it's this damn curse thing.
That's right, Rean. I think the important thing is what you do next. Altina's already hard at work, right?
Well...
2 hours prior.
I received a message through the emergency channel. We've been called to gather. I must report to Intelligence Division HQ.
But...
Are you going to be okay? Right now, things are...
There is no need to worry. I'm sure Milliam and Major Arundel will be there as well. However, I'm more worried about Ash.
I'm more worried about what's in these black records. I really need to see that last one.
Well...
What he did was so out of the blue. There must be something going on behind the scenes.
And that black haze! I bet it had something to do with it!
That's the only conclusion I can come to.
It's possible he was being controlled by some manner of chemical or hypnosis.
Curse.
It is also fairly likely something of a magical nature was involved as well. Therefore, I will attempt to gain as much information as possible. I refuse to leave a fellow member of Class 7 behind.
Allie...
You've grown a lot.
I agree. She's become very dependable.
Even if you've been summoned, don't forget, you're still a student of Thors. If they try to limit your actions, let us know through the emergency comm network. I'll come get you, even if I need to use Valimar to do it.
Instructor Rean.
Yeah, us too. We'll definitely come help you.
No matter what.
Please be careful.
Thank you, everyone. I will do my best not to cause you trouble.
You're right. Can't afford to fall behind the students. The principal and all the others are doing everything they can too. Seems like the principal went to the authorities. Michael went to the Rump headquarters. I hope they made some progress. Oh? Rean, could it be? Yeah, it's someone from the old Class 7. Oh, Milliam.
Rean, is Tilly there?
No, she got an urgent call from the Intelligence Division 2 hours ago. But you didn't?
Nope, not me. Lecter's busy with something too.
Oh no.
So that means I'm too late.
Too late? What's going on?
Oh no, it's nothing.
Tell us, Milliam.
I'll take care of it, so don't worry.
Hey, Milliam? Altina. Milliam. She can't get a hold of Altina either? What the prince's little trick let us connect anywhere. Yeah, but it's not working. It seems I've kept you waiting. Ah. My apologies for being late. Principal, Major Michael. Well, any news? Carbide's still in a coma, and is in the custody of the railway military police. Regarding the utter nonsense about him being a spy for the Republic, I've requested the authorities rescind their statement, but they're refusing. Triple dot. No. Although there's no question a crime was committed, we must ascertain his motive, background, and any abnormal symptoms. If by chance he was being controlled, we must determine the true culprit. I guarantee his safety until all the details are known. Major. Thank you. Yeah, thanks. I don't need your gratitude. He was one of my students too. Anyway, aside from Carbide, it seems things are becoming even more dire. Huh? I need you to gather all students in Car 3. The government will make an important announcement. I have been instructed to listen to it. What now? Why does it sound like there's a sheep in there? Going bah, bah. This brings me back to right before the Civil War began. Oh yeah, and the blood-denying Chancellor was shot.
We cannot, we must not, and we will not. With blood and with iron, we shall mete out justice. Well played, Armbrust.
What's the security like this time? All buildings within a 3,000 arch radius are on full alert. The security airships patrolling the area too.
Dearest people of Heimdall, and all citizens of Erebonia, I am Cedric Rice Arnor, son of Emperor Eugent. The Emperor yet remains in critical condition. Needless to say, we have the most skilled doctors available to attend to him. But the situation is still dire. We would greatly appreciate if everyone would pray for Adios to see him through this. However, this incident demonstrates without a shadow of a doubt the scope of the threat looming over our nation, and the identity of the foreign power that orchestrated this tragedy. In my father's stead, as Crown Prince, I hereby entrust the fate of our nation to a man I'm sure you may all be familiar with, Chancellor Gileath Osborne. Alongside him will be Governor General Rufus Alberea, who has already proven himself instrumental in overseeing the military command center.
And now they obtain more power.
I am Rufus Alberea, interim representative during this period of martial law. We are still in the process of investigating the events that occurred at Valflame Palace. However, we have identified the weapon that was used.
It's all going according to their plan, isn't it?
It was a handgun manufactured in the Republic of Calvard. It was a Verne Company make. It was made of a material that allowed it to pass through metal detectors without being discovered. Further, it has come to light that in the past few days, nearly 100 Calvardian spies had infiltrated Heimdall.
Load faster.
I am Gileath Osborne, Chancellor of the Empire of Erebonia. It pains me beyond description that we can do nothing more for His Majesty than simply pray he pulls through. My inability to prevent this tragedy leaves me shaking with shame and regret.
Yeah, I'm sure it does.
But I ask you, is this the time to cower in our homes? To sit and wait and worry? No, it is most emphatically not. After countless instances of military activity at our borders, our neighbor has finally become brazen enough to send spies into our capital.
Like I was saying, he essentially let them in. It's all going according to plan.
And now this. The message they have sent us is clear. For hundreds of years now, they have been a menace to our nation. But this is no less than a declaration of war. We can no longer ignore the threat at our eastern borders. The Republic of Calvard.
I'm just worried what this is going to cause.
Needless to say, we would be foolish to take such a country lightly. Their size and military might are nearly equal to our own. Therefore, in order to survive, we must make a decision.
Where's this leading? What are you up to?
We must put aside the difference between noble and commoner, between individuals and organizations.
Really?
In order to overcome this dire threat to our way of life, every citizen of Erebonia must come together as one. To enable such a feat, we will establish a new law in the coming days. It shall be known as the National Mobilization Law!
And the people are on side. National Mobilization Law? What the heck's that about? It sounds pretty scary. It's a political science term. We learned it in Instructor Towa's class, remember? Yes, a way by which the government can leverage absolute power of its citizens to prepare the entire country for war. Gives the government full control over people, businesses, groups, even entire provinces. Yes, it does. Political scientists have been debating over whether or not a crisis like this would ever actually happen. Now that it has, we used to justify things like confiscation of property and drafting. Are you serious? An ideal environment for a dictator, but a nightmare for the people. There are a few ways for the government to sugarcoat it, so they don't even notice. That's Star Wars, it's like, just that simple phrase, it's like, so democracy dies with thunderous applause. So that's what, I mean, they weren't exactly a democracy, sort of, kind of, you know what I mean? So that's what they meant. The surface and what lies beneath intertwining, just like His Majesty and the Chancellor said. Rean? So everything's starting to connect. Oh yes. Wait, then that means Ash was convenient pawn? Or prepared sacrifice? Either way, it seems some giant wheels have been set in motion, the likes of which we can't even imagine. This is all simply speculation. Oh no, it's not.
Emma, Gaius.
Rean, are you at camp?
We need to meet up and talk about everything that's happening, including that speech just now. Also, there are some people you need to meet.
I have no issue with it. How about you?
Very well. We'd like to know the situation ourselves, but how do we leave the camp?
Good point. I don't think the Imperial Defense Force is just gonna let us waltz out of here.
Right, but we need to find an excuse so they'll let Rean out.
Oh, I'm sure we'll figure something out.
I was hoping the door would close.
Celine!
Just so it like opened, closed, without seeing who was down. They'd be like, oh, it's Celine.
What? Is that Class 7's?
Ah, so the familiar's here.
Shut up and follow me! Get moving already!
Follow you where?
Do you recall that old oak tree in the center of camp? I'll summon a magic circle by it that will let you travel through the spirit veins.
You can do that?
Man, this magic stuff sure is handy.
Yes, it is.
Take us with you!
You guys.
Hey, all of you.
Don't try to claim this doesn't concern us. Ash is our classmate.
We're worried about Altina too, so please let us go with you.
Come to think of it, this totally falls under our special ops missions, right?
All right. Class 7, resume special ops missions.
Yes, sir! I don't care which of you tags along, let's just go already.
I need all of you to be careful.
If things get dangerous, give us a call.
If you're going to go, at least make sure you're fully prepared.
May Adios watch over you. Take care.
Oh, here we go. Final chapter. For whom the bell tolls. Okay, I already made that reference with the crossbow bell, but okay. Fine. Everything's gone red. I don't like it. It's scary when it goes red. There, that old tree. We're gonna use this to teleport? This will be my first time traveling via magic. Before we leave, we need to check all of our equipment. Alright, once we're ready, we'll head to the old tree. Altina and Ash left the party, but. Oh, lovely. This is. Becky. Becky. Guess you're all heading out. Yeah, I can't just sit here and let this play out. We need to take care of Ash, too. Might upset the faculty a little, but... go for it. Now's the time to act. No doubt the government's been playing the long game with this. This will be our only chance to figure out what's going on. Hit up some people I know, gather any info I can. I'll get in touch if I come across something worthwhile. Talking about Hugo? Good idea. Can get good intel from him. Alright, thank you. But do be careful. No worries. I cannot keep contract employees like us on lockdown. You're not of the ones that need to be careful, though. Gonna step out and gather some info in a bit. Go. Has to know something. So I'll milk him for what he's got. I'll get in touch if I learn anything worthwhile, so you lot take care. Okay, I expected to shop or something. You guys, hello, could I leave, please? We can't leave through the entrance. If we're going to leave, we need to head out. Head to the old tree. It just seems so weird as a sentence, that sort of thing. Like, we need to head to the old tree. Like, okay. Oh, Sandy? Are you preparing for lunch? Yes, it's still really early. But I can't just sit around and do nothing. I understand. But now there's nothing else I can do. Maybe I'll think of more recipes while preparing food. Being said, I can't really think of anything right now. Sandy. Instructor, maybe we can share our recipe book. Good idea. Should get some more recipes before showing it to Sandy. That's true. Oh. Okay, I'm assuming I can do something there with Sandy. So. Yeah, I think of more recipes while I cook. Being said, I can't really think of anything right now. No, I put it to... Okay, so... recipes. Is that a case if I have to fill out all these extra question marks, I'd imagine? It's one of those things where it's like, I'm not actually going to do that. I'm doing like lots of things in this game, but recipes? Nah, it's probably just an extra item or something. But do tell me if it's an extra like massive scene. Like a massive scene that's massively important. Because then it's like, okay, that's different, but... Are you two prepping the supplies? Surprised the Imperial Defense Force hasn't tried to stop you. Well, they did give us a warning, but they let us go after we told them we're just cleaning things out. So if you need anything, just pretend you're sorting some luggage. You sure are a crafty one, Stark. Thanks. We appreciate the help. I'm worried about the Emperor too, of course. But I can't stop thinking about what happened with Ash. And maybe someone drugged him or something? Come to think of it, there were some cases of strange drugs in Crossbell a couple of years ago. Either way, to make sure the government doesn't slack off on their investigation. Sure, if they look into things, we'll go easy on Ash. You really believe in Ash, don't you? Yes, of course. He's one of our irreplaceable friends, after all. Irreplaceable friend. Do you hear that, Ash? At any rate, we don't have enough information for us to go off of just yet. We need to scope out the situation first before making any wild speculations. When the time is right, I'll do everything in my power for us all, as a logistics officer. Class 7, you do what you do best. Yeah, leave the rest to us. Instructor Rean, leave the masked man to you. Of course. You can count on me, Stark. It's gonna be the same. Okay.
Gotta restock?
Guess that's new.
Take care. Gotta restock? Come again.
Fine there. Even if Ash had strong feelings about his hometown, I just can't imagine he'd go off without a trigger. But the accusation against Ash can be overturned. If Ash had strong feelings about his hometown.
Please, take your time.
We're fine
Take
there.
care.
Okay, so I'm thinking we'll end this part here. In the next part, we'll carry on by going back inside, because we have some green exclamations here. So we'll see you in the next part. Ta-ta for now.